It is time for Team India to move on from Pujara. Pujara has been a very good servant to the national team. On and off the field, Pujara has been a class act. He's treated everyone that's on the national team with respect and dignity, and he's done the same thing towards the fans. Pujara is a religious man. He's got morals and he's got ethics. But when it comes to his play on the field, he has not lived up to the standards that he himself set. I think Team India would be better off by dropping Pujara and using him as a veteran player or even as a coach, and finding a young talented player and put him in the third batting position when it comes to the test format. If you look at Pujara for the past 10 years, you could argue that he's been the best batsman Team India has produced when it comes to the test format. Pujara has been the key hog or the key reason that India has won big tours in Australia and England. Because when it comes to day 5, when it comes to playing key innings, Pujara has gone out and played key innings after key innings that has led Team India to win big tours in Australia and England. But in the current form that Pujara is in for the past couple of years, for the past 2 years, from 2020 to 2022, Pujara has not lived up to the standard that he has set. He's not putting up runs. He's not batting up to his level. When you watch Pujara play now, when he goes on the cricket pitch, when he goes to bat, he puts up no runs. He just defends. He's been a defensive player throughout his entire career. But what Pujara used to do when he first came into Team India, he would block, but he would also hit the balls that he can for boundaries. Yeah, he will have like 10, 30, 20 runs and 70 balls, but he was still hitting balls for boundaries. He was still going for the boundary shots. And he was taking pressure off his opposition batsmen. He was taking pressure off the likes of Rahane and Virat Kohli. But what's happening now? He's playing full-on defensive mode. He's not even hitting balls for boundaries. Every single time Pujara goes out to bat, he just stops balls. He's literally just defending every single ball. Even the balls that he can hit for boundaries. The balls that he was hitting for boundaries a couple of years ago, he's not attacking them. Every single ball that he gets, he just stops defending. He's defending. And if you look at his innings now, it's like 2 runs for 60 balls. It's like 10 runs for 80 balls. He's doing nothing but defending the ball. And what he does now is that he goes full on focus mode, right? He goes on full on focus mode for 60, 70, 80 balls. And then he loses his focus and gets out on easy balls. Yeah, then he loses his focus somehow and goes for a stupid shot and nicks it off to the wicketkeeper and gets out. And he literally wastes a session where India could have put up good runs. He literally wastes a session of balls, of overs, because he just wants to defend. And what happens is when he's defending, when he's playing with someone else, when he has an opposition batsman, that player that's playing with him, all the pressure goes on him. Because he's like, Pujara just wasted 2, 3, 4, 10 overs doing nothing but defending the ball. And the other batsman's like, I need to put up runs. We have put up no runs and we're already like 50 overs in. And the other batsman has to get more aggressive. Rather than him actually getting to his own, like it'd be KL Rahul, it'd be Shikhar Dhawan, it might be the batsmen that come after Pujara, like Rahane and Kohli, rather than them getting set and being like, okay, I'm going to defend some balls, I'm going to hit some balls for boundaries, they come out and they're like, well, we got no runs because Pujara has been defending, I just have to go in full on attack mode. And they don't get set and they start attacking and they get themselves out. So what Pujara is doing, he's not only putting up runs, he's not putting up any runs, he's getting out on like 1 run for 60 balls. And the people that are coming after him are not able to get settled because they're like, we got no runs. We have to put up runs. We have to catch up the total that the other team put up. And they start going on full attack mode and they're unable to put up runs themselves. They're unable to get set up. So what Pujara is doing, he's not only hurting himself, he's hurting people, batsmen that are around him. And he's lost his touch. He's on the other side of 30. He's on the bad side of 30. I don't think he's going to be able to get the form that he had a couple of years ago. He wastes too many balls. He goes out there and he just defends. For 60 balls, he get 1 run. For 70 balls, he get like 10 runs. And then he will nick it, he'll lose his focus and nick it and get out. And the batsmen that come after him that want to put up a good total have to just go on full on attack mode. They cannot get set because they're like, we have to put up runs fast. So I think Team India would be better off by using Pujara as a coach or as a veteran player who can look after the young ones and can teach them how to play when it comes to the test format. And Team India needs to find a young player who's got good prospect, who's got good potential, and use him as the third batsman, because that's the most important position when it comes to a batting lineup, is the third batsman. They need to find someone great and put him there. I'll go for someone who's 21, about 22 years old, who can develop, who can get better, and then who can keep that position for the next 20 years. That's what Team India needs to do. I don't know who, because Pujara has been there for 10 odd years, so I don't know who they can go after, but they need to find someone who's young, talented, who's got potential around the age of 21, 22, and put him in the third position, and have Pujara be the veteran player, be the coach, be on the coaching staff, and teach that young guy how to play that position, so that that young guy can learn from Pujara and get better and turn into one of the best players we have on Team India. I don't know who it is, because Pujara has been there so long. I don't know about the prospects that Team India has. But I think Team India would be better off by using Pujara as like the 12th, the 13th player, and having him on the coaching staff and having him as a veteran player, rather than on the cricket pitch, because he does nothing on the cricket pitch. He just defends, he does not put up runs, and he puts way too much pressure on the other batsmen, in my opinion. But Pujara is a great player, and he's been a great servant for Team India.